Anjelika Washington has been making tons of appearances on television for the last 5 years, but she finally made her huge debut in Netflix's brand new hit movie, Tall Girl. I have her in studio today for mini spotlights. I'm about to chat with her, coming up right after this.
I'm Maria Menounos, and you're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mini Spotlights here on AfterBuzz TV. I am thrilled to be here with Anjelika Washington. Anjelika, hello.
Hello.
I mentioned at the top, guys, but Anjelika is playing really the second lead role in Netflix's very popular new coming-of-age dramedy, Tall Girl. Great movie. I'm really excited for you. I'm excited for what's next.
Thank you.
Really
so
popular
proud of
movie,
it.
too. A lot of people are talking about this film.
Yeah, I'm so proud to be a part of it. It, like, from the moment I got the audition, I was like, I have to do this.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm so happy it all worked out.
Well, we're going to be talking all about Tall Girl in just a minute. I should quickly introduce myself as well. My name is Jeff Graham. I'm thrilled to be here. This is our mini spotlight series where we highlight some of Hollywood's hottest up-and-coming talent, actors, writers, directors, and we have a wonderful actress here today, Anjelika Washington. What has the Tall Girl train been like since the movie came out?
It's been great. I mean, outside of my social media, like quadrupling, it's been awesome. I'm so happy to be a part of it. We worked on this at the beginning of the year in New Orleans, which is like my favorite city to eat in the country.
Beignets.
Oh, so many.
Probably dangerous to shoot in, though, right? While you're in New Orleans, just because of all the food, you've got to be...
I absolutely gained a few pounds.
It's all right.
But it's fine. No one ever was going to know. I only knew, and it's fine. But it was. But one of the best parts about shooting with my cast there was we ate like almost every single day. We would like explore the city.
So fun.
Go to different restaurants. Yeah, it was awesome.
Well, plus Netflix has really good crafty, right? I've heard that, too.
They have phenomenal crafty.
That's
and
good.
phenomenal catering.
Good.
I mean... You can always find me by the food.
I'm the same way. When I first moved out here, before I got into hosting and producing at the network here, I did background work. So not for any other reason than just to, make some money and also to see how a set runs, right? It's really valuable, even whether or not you're like an actor by trade. If you move to LA doing background work, it's a great way to just taste the industry. But I remember that those Netflix shows.
Yeah, you were like, ooh, they have the good crafty.
They sure do.
Yeah.
So you play Farida in the movie. Can you tell me a little bit about your character, sort of how you're operating in the film?
Yeah, I play Farida, like you just said, and she is like the hype woman 101. She's the best friend that every girl needs. She's super confident, she's bold, she's fashionable, she owns who she is, and she loves her best friend and just wants to pour all of that out onto her. And so her goal, my goal, was basically to just lift her up, as I usually do with most of my friends anyway. Frida and I are very, very similar, actually, which is super fun because I got to do a lot about myself, but then also things that I probably wouldn't do or say because she's just way more bold than I am.
She's like you turned up to like maybe 110%
That's exactly it. She is like me turned up to like 150 probably.
I love that. What a fun role to play, though, where your job on set is to like make your co-stars feel better about themselves.
Yeah, right? I'm like, just get to be people's hype woman all day, which I love to do. I'm like, you need a wing woman, you need a hype woman. It's me. I'll come. I got you.
I love it.
It's fine. And then I got to, Nzinga Stewart, our director, was so fun. She would let me like throw stuff in and like add stuff that like I would normally say and things that just felt right for me. So that was really fun too because I got to just like have a little bit more sauce on it.
Yeah, and from what I gathered, this is sort of, in terms of features, your first like big feature role. What was it like for this to kind of be your coming out movie?
I was really excited. I'm still excited, but I was so nervous, if I'm going to be 100% honest. I was so nervous. I was like, please don't roast my dancing, all right? I was just feeling myself. They put on Lizzo for me, so I was just going down the hall, like doing what I would probably normally do anyway. So I'm just really excited that people have given me such great feedback.
Yeah.
Like, people have been like, I love your character. Like, I wish I had a best friend like Frida. Or I have a best friend like Frida. Or I'm the Frida in my best friend world. So it's just been so exciting. I'm so happy that people love my character, that they relate to the film, which I think is universal, the theme of like insecurities, right? Like everyone has that.
Totally.
So I think, I'm so excited, and I'm so excited for all the opportunity it's bringing and all the people I'm getting to meet. So yeah.
It's great. I mean, coming of age, like high school dramedies are such an important part of American film, right?
Yeah.
Like some of my favorite movies, from like The Edge of 17 to older things like 16 Candles. Your character in this film, have sort of entered the canon of like great American high school movies, right?
Wow, I love that. That's such a compliment.
Soundbite that one, please.
Yes.
Put that in my reel.
Absolutely. That's so good. Thank you.
You got it. How long was the shoot?
I was there for about 5 weeks. I think maybe they shot in 6 in total. I actually flew back to LA every single weekend.
Wow.
For Stargirl, which will be coming out in 2020. So it was so great. I mean, I was like kind of sad a little bit because I had to like leave on weekends and things like that and come back. But also I was fitting for a super suit, so it wasn't that sad. But it was great.
I can't wait to talk about Stargirl. I know we're not allowed to say much yet, but just tease it right now. What can you say about Stargirl?
Stargirl is obviously a superhero series. It is fresh. It is new. It is going to be really funny. And I think that it's going to be what people don't expect it to be. So I think that people are like having this like vibe and they're making up their ideas. And I'm like, nope, not that. Nope, not that. So that's what's so exciting because it will be something really cool and new for people.
I love it. What is your like kind of connection to the huge sort of rise in superhero culture in the last couple decades, I guess?
What's my relationship? Is that what
yeah, like, are you a big Marvel person?
Yeah. I mean, I grew up watching them like everyone else did, I think. My brothers actually are like huge fans. I'm so grateful I get to be a part of the DC world. I mean, I did do Runaways, but luckily it didn't interfere and I was awesomely able to do DC, which is so cool. My brother actually had this DC like dictionary type of thing that is like a huge stack of a book. And so I've actually like kind of grown up just randomly flipping through that, like just on random days. So I had already known about a lot of the characters. I just didn't really know how they all kind of tied in. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of DC and Marvel. I'm biased clearly because I'm now part of the DC universe, but I also love Marvel. Like
totally.
I watched Captain Marvel, I think 3 times in theaters. So.
Well, DC TV is really upping its game right now.
Yeah.
I was very sad to see it was canceled, but Swamp Thing was a really special show.
Phenomenal.
I know.
Phenomenal. I really hope it gets picked up somewhere else.
I'm hoping
because
so,
it's
too.
so good. It's beautifully done.
I know.
The actors, like the editing, the camera work. It's really, really great series.
Titans. I mean, there's a lot that it's exciting to see. Well, and of course, I don't know if you've seen it yet, but the hype around Joker is like...
I can't wait.
I know.
Saturday, I'm going.
You're going Saturday?
It's done. Yeah.
I don't have my ticket yet, but I just feel like I have to see it. No matter how I think I'm going to like it or whatever, like when there's just this much hype, I'm just going to go see it. Go see Joaquin.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I am confident in most of these films anyway, but I've seen that trailer just like took me in and I was like, oh, now I have to see it.
Exactly.
And I usually don't love like scary things or like lots of scary movies. I'll like love to do it, but I'm like not... I don't watch them as much because I actually like need to sleep at night. But it looks amazing. I was like, oh, I can lose sleep over that. We'll be okay. Yeah, it'll be worth it.
Did you lose sleep over J-Lo's performance in Hustlers? More importantly.
So no, but I saw it 4 times. Like it was like the film that I was like, okay, now I have to go back tomorrow though. And then I went back the next day and was like, no, I need to go back again.
Yeah.
And then I was like, Mom, you have to come see this. And then my mom was like, okay. And then we saw it twice. So here we are.
That's like a fun mother-daughter movie just because it's so,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there were definite moments where we were like, I had my moment being like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have brought my mom to this. But it's fine.
You just have to pretend for those scenes that you're not sitting next to your mom. And then during the female empowerment moments, just join back in.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, did I have the popcorn, Mom? It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
I love it. Speaking of, I mean, you've got such an exciting career ahead of you.
Thank you.
Who are some of the actors, writers, directors that you would be really excited to work with?
Oh, my gosh. The list goes on and on and on and on and on. Off the top of my head, I am a Washington. My last name is Washington. I would love to work with Washingtons, like Denzel. I love to work with Carrie.
Yeah.
I mean, I have so many. I think, like, right now, just recent stuff. Like, I think Ava Duvernay has always been on my list. Like,
did you watch When They See Us?
Absolutely.
Oh, wow.
And it's such a necessary series. I feel like she creates stuff that is necessary.
That's a good way to put it.
Not just things that are like, we just throw it out there, things that don't have purpose, but like things that are necessary that I watch and I'm like, wow, people need to see this. And I wish that like I saw that like younger or like, you know what I mean? So
I totally agree. She occupies a really special space where she is creating socially conscious work and important work, but it's also really well made and entertaining.
Right.
I think it's really hard to sort of meet that Venn diagram of like really important work, but that's also really well made. You know, she is such an important voice right now.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And I love socially conscious things that are like being put out that also not only tell true stories, but educate people who maybe didn't know about those stories. So that stuff's really important to me. I'm passionate about that. I hope to do work like that one day. So
possibly work with Spike, maybe.
Oh, absolutely. The whole list. You know, Steven, why not?
Yes.
You know, the list go on and on.
I love it. Okay, cool. Do you do any writing yourself or?
I have written some things, but not anything like I wouldn't necessarily consider myself like a writer. But in fact, just today I was like, I should write about that. Like just different experiences I've had in my life were like, that would be funny. Or like, I should write about that. People don't know about those things. So I definitely want to get into writing more. But my biggest thing right now that I'm focusing on is directing.
Okay, awesome.
Outside of acting, of course.
What's appealing to you about kind of wearing both hats of actor and director?
I love it. I love that with directing, you can tell your vision without like they're not the ones that have to say the words. I love that you get to use other people as like this tool and like collaborate with the camera, collaborate with set, like the coloring of things. Even with our film, like working with Nzinga, which she was the first female I've ever been directed by, and she was the first Black director I ever been directed by. So before I did Tall Girl, I was like, yeah, I really want to direct one day. And after I did Tall Girl, I was like, oh, I must direct one day.
Have you guys
like,
kept in touch?
We have.
Good.
I'm going to shadow her this year.
I love that.
Which is so exciting. I'm so excited. I was so nervous to ask her. I was like, would you be cool if like I shadowed you one day? I'm just like so inspired by you now. And she was like, absolutely. Like what? I would love that. And so then I was like, yes, I would love that. And so I'm really excited. We haven't set that up just yet because the things that she's been working on right now have been pretty down low, like kind of confidential.
Pre-pro.
Yeah, and then I've been filming, but the end of the year is when it's gonna.
Well, the thing is, I'm sure she was just as excited to work with you as you were with her because also I'm sure she feels this really exciting need to also bring up young Black females in this business too. So.
Yeah, and we definitely talked about that. I mean, when you're a Black female, it's very easy to have the conversation like, look, sis, we gonna do this.
I love it.
And so I love that. And she was so down and it made me feel so just welcomed and also like so motivated and inspired in a way that I haven't been yet.
Cool.
So,
well, I quickly want to talk about some of your TV stuff. We don't have much time, but we do have a huge Runaways and Shameless fandom here. So quickly, if you want to just talk about any behind the scenes things on the Shameless set that were particularly fun for you.
William H. Macy was actually so kind to me. I mean, I shot all my scenes in one day. A lot of them got cut, but that's like the actor life,
that's
right?
It.
Everyone goes through that. It's fine.
Still on your resume.
Right, it sure is. But he was so great and so kind to me. And that was actually my first guest star ever. Cool. And so I remember being so nervous and like just kind of being like, and they had just changed the lines like on my way there. So I got there and they're like, oh, did you get the new script? And I was like, the one from last night? They're like, no, the one from this morning. And I was like, no, I was driving here. I didn't get it. And so, like, last minute I was learning it, and he was like, do you want to just run it? Like, we can totally do that. And I was like, you would do that for me?
So cool.
And so just so cool, so kind. I thought, you know, we think that he's been on this series, before that was like 8 seasons. I was in the 9th season. So at that point, I definitely had this like perspective of him that maybe he would be very like kind of standoffish.
Right, or just like
not
like, necessarily
he's been to the
engaged.
Emmys.
Right.
Yeah, I'm like, he's been nominated. He ain't talking to me, but he was. And he was so genuine. And that's something I took and was like, I want to be like that.
It changes the set. You know, I co-produced a show with Ileana Douglas here, who's a longtime film actress. And she was talking about today how just on set, she really works to make sure that she's warm and nice to co-stars and guest stars because it's a nice thing to do, but it makes for better work.
100%. I felt so much more comfortable.
Yeah. I
think our scenes went so much better. They flowed just because he was so open and friendly, and it 100% makes everything better.
Love
100%.
it. Okay, we don't have much time, but I'm sure Stargirl is the project you're very excited to promote right now.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
Anything else that we should be looking out for that you're allowed to talk about?
Not that I'm allowed to talk about.
Yeah.
I recently did a Facebook series.
Which one?
I can't tell you.
Okay. I'm loving Sorry for Your Loss. I don't know if you've gotten to catch that with Elizabeth
Olsen. Yeah.
It's so good.
She is so good.
And
like
this
in everything.
performance is just, she got a Critics' Choice, not much I appreciated, but it's the best show no one's watching right now. I highly recommend it.
Absolutely. I have seen the first episode, but now I have to finish it.
Go back, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so some Facebook stuff you're not allowed to talk about, which is, that's totally fine. Please come back and promote it when it comes out.
I sure will.
And then anything else, we have so many superhero fans here. Any other Stargirl tea you're allowed to spill or not so much?
I don't have any tea that I can spill for you,
That's
except
fair.
that Jeff Johns is amazing.
Okay.
And my whole cast of Stargirl, and the writing is brilliant. Warner Brothers, DC, everyone is phenomenal. I'm grateful to be a part of it. And also, thank you for letting me do Stargirl after I did Runaways. And Runaways was also amazing.
Yeah.
So, great. That cast is awesome,
I know.
by the way. The kindest people. That is another cast where they were so welcoming. And I was a little nervous that they weren't, because I'm like, oh, they're like Marvel superheroes. But they were so just awesome people. I'm really lucky.
Well, that's great. I wish we had more time, Anjelika, because I do feel like I could talk to you all day, but
you're so fun.
Fortunately, we do have to get out of here. But guys, in the meantime, my name is Jeff Graham. Thank you so much for tuning in. I host a lot of stuff here at the network. If you're a fan of the Bachelor franchise, I do a ton of coverage for that. So
love.
Yes.
My entire Stargirl cast, we have viewing parties of Bachelorette. So.
It's the show no one wants to admit they love, but everyone does love, is what I found. And Anjelika, where can people find you online if they want to connect?
You can find me at Instagram and Twitter at Anjelika W. That's spelled ANJELIKAW.
Awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time here on Mini Spotlights.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.